guys, it's your girl Brandy, aka Brandy4. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I will be talking about week 2 of Love Island season 7 of the UK. Gosh, I cannot keep up, child. Having 2 Love Island seasons airing at the same time is actually a whole job. Like a whole job. Plus I have to make videos on it. Yeah, let's see how successful I am with doing this. So please bear with me, y'all. If I miss a week, please bear with me, because oh my gosh, it's a lot. Like, I have to watch an episode every day for both of these seasons and do reviews. I mean, I want to do it, but like still, like, oh my gosh. Let's get into week 2 because a lot happened, kind of. Not really still. I don't know. I'm still thinking it's moving pretty slow. And for the most part, I just think the cast is very bland. I think the women are insecure, but the men are just, they don't know what they want. The men, they're not satisfied with the women in the house. And we all see that. We all see it. And it's very unfortunate because the women are just like kind of begging for their attention, kind of. And it's kind of sad. It's looking real sad this week. So let's just get into it. So yeah, last video I left off with new girl Rachel, the new beautiful black woman who comes into the villa, and basically she has to pick either Chugs or Brad to couple up with, and whoever she doesn't pick gets dumped. And unfortunately Chugs gets dumped because his name is Chugs. His name is I promise you that's why she didn't pick him. But however, Brad gets me tight. Brad stay like he liking every girl. Did you see his reaction when Rachel walked in? His reaction is like, wow. Boy, if you don't stop, that is not your type. Stop acting like it's your type. It's not your type. He is such a little actor. It gets me so tight. Like, he knows damn well he is not into Rachel like that. But of course, he used her just to, you know, have a spot in the villa. I mean, it's smart because it's like, who wants to go home? But also, it's just like, he's so fake. He's mad fake. The episode after that, he basically tells Rachel that she should keep her options open. And then Rachel starts crying. Oh my gosh. This girl, I don't know what they did in that bed that night. I don't know. Maybe they went all the way. I don't know. But like, sis should not be crying this much. I'm sorry. I'm not saying like don't cry, but girl, don't cry over Brad. Over Brad. Out of all the men, actually all the men are garbage. Like, don't cry over these men, period. They're not worth it. It's like, oh my gosh. Rachel, get it together. Please get it together. So yeah, fast forward, and new girls Lucinda and Millie walk in. Of course, the Love Island producers, they bring in loud. Of course, the Love Island producers, they bring in 2 blondes instead of like 2 brunettes, 2 black girls, 2 East Asian, like nothing, like 2 blondes. 2 blondes, and the guys are drooling over these blondes once again. But don't get me wrong, Lucinda and Millie, they are really pretty. So yeah, my first impressions on Lucinda, she has a very slow voice. I don't like her voice. She talks really slow, like, oh my gosh, I love that. Oh my gosh, I can't, no. But she's really pretty otherwise. However, I feel like she's gonna get boring by like next episode. I don't know. I'm not feeling her. And Millie, oh my gosh, yeah, Millie is stunning. Like, she's really pretty. And I don't think she's going to bring that much drama. I really think she's just into Liam. It's pretty obvious. I do like that her and Liam, they're finally like 2 people who are finally showing some sort of interest in each other. No one else looks like they like each other in this house. But Millie and Liam, they look like they're head over heels for each other. So I'm all for it, honestly. Even though Liam is really boring. Like, he's tall, yeah, but like, he's also pretty boring. Like, all the men on the season are boring, like so boring. So yeah, I guess like as the new girls come in, Toby decides that he wants to act up a little bit. I don't know, but not with the new girls. Instead, Chloe, I guess she's like oh, I actually like Toby now. Since when did she like Toby? Like, I'm trying to figure out, when did she decide that she liked Toby? It kind of came out of nowhere to me. Like, if you were into him, you could have been said something like when you got here, and now all of a sudden you're into Toby. And you're supposed to be really good friends with Kaz. So basically, at first, Chloe pulls Toby aside and says, I'm into you, blah, blah, blah. And then has the nerve to kiss Toby in the challenge. Don't get me wrong, like, this is the drama that we've been waiting for. But, I mean, I don't really like Chloe. And yeah, Kaz is my girl, so of course I was pissed off for her. It was so funny after Chloe kissed Toby in that challenge. She had the audacity to try to stand next to Kaz. Kaz was like, I'm not moving. You're not standing next to me, like, that's for sure. Yeah, girl. And then fast forward. Toby breaks it to Kaz, finally, that he isn't like as into her and is more into Chloe. And I'm like, this man knew this from day one and he ain't say anything. He knew it since day one. He was just a scaredy. He's a scaredy cat. He's a scaredy cat. I'm sorry. Like, he had all this time to say something. He knew that he didn't like her like that. He knew it. He was just scared of what the public would say. He wanted to look like the good guy so bad. The good guy who's rescuing the beautiful black woman. No, like, just admit that you like blonde girls. Like, just admit that, date them, and let's move on. Why put on an act? At least Aaron, he was like, I'm not gonna act like I like black women. Like, we know he doesn't like black women. And you see, I mean, he's still looking like a hot mess. But you see, just like, do what you have to do here. Don't waste anyone's time. So it took him so long to just spit it out and say, like, hey, I'm into Chloe, I'm not that into you. It took him so long. And I'm like, why is it so hard for you to do? Like, come on. So yeah, of course, Kaz felt a type of way. And then afterwards, like, Chloe and Toby, they kiss like immediately after he breaks it to Kaz. And I'm like, well, that didn't take you long at all, which means he was really never into Kaz. And he was always into blonde white women. Oh my gosh, it looked like a bird almost like flew in here. And yeah, the next day he like totally breaks it to Kaz that they were kissing, and Kaz is just like, you could have told me last night, but whatever, I don't care. And then Toby had the nerve to be like, are you sure you don't want to scream at me? Are you sure you're not mad? I feel like you're not saying anything. What more is there to say? You are not worth Kaz's words. Like, Kaz is just like, okay, it's done. You're not worth it, sweetie. You're not worth it. And then Chloe had the audacity to pull Kaz aside and also say the same thing. Like, please just scream at me if you must. Try to paint. They want Kaz to look like the angry black woman so bad, and it's so obvious. And Kaz is just like, why would I put my energy into y'all? Like, it's done. Like, what's done is done, and I'm ready to move on. Kaz said she was single last night, so like, bye. I don't understand why they wanted her. What did they want from her? They wanted her to look like the angry black woman so they can justify their actions. And guess what? That's not about to happen. And y'all just look stupid. And guess what? Chloe is about to move on next episode. Chloe did this for fun. She did not do this because she actually liked Toby. Do you think she likes Toby? I don't think so. Also, it was really funny when Faye started like going off on Chloe. Because Rachel was sitting on the bed with Chloe, the blonde girls basically, Chloe, Lucinda, and Millie. And Chloe was just like, ooh, I'm about to pull him for a chat. And Rachel was like, nope, don't want to be involved. I'm still a black woman. I still support my black women, so I'm going to go over there. So Rachel moved, and with her messy self, she told Faye what was going on. Literally like feet away from this. She was not that far away from them. It was so funny. She told Faye immediately. And then Chloe's just like, yo, why y'all talking crap? And then Faye is like, you stay over there. You stay over there. Blah, 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 blah. And don't get me wrong, that was great TV. But Faye is extra as hell. She's so extra. I don't know if I like her. Like, sometimes I like her, but other times I'm like, she gives off like insecure vibes. Like, she gives off as though she's insecure. I feel like she used to be unattractive when she was younger, and now that she has her little glow up, it didn't really like transfer to the person she is now. She's still just that insecure person that she probably was when she was younger, because she probably wasn't attractive, which is why she got all that plastic surgery. This is my theory, okay? Because I just don't know how I feel about Faye, because she's just, I don't know. It's true, like it's like she gives off wannabe Olivia from season 3 vibes. She wants to be Olivia, but like Olivia is the best Olivia out there. Meanwhile, Jake and Liberty, I guess they're still going strong, even though when Lucinda and Millie came in, Jake was like, ooh, you know what, Liberty, hold on one second. You stay right here while I go try to chat with them. They ended up not even liking him. So Jake, you know, runs back to Liberty, and then Liberty's just like, bro, like, if you're gonna keep doing this every time a blonde walks in, then I'm not trying to do this with you. And then, of course, you know, Jake lies and is like, oh, I'm actually all for you. He's not all for her. When Casa Amor comes around, he is going to find another woman to couple up with. We all know this. And it's really unfortunate that he keeps playing her like this. It's really unfortunate that Liberty doesn't see this. Like, why doesn't she understand that he is totally not into her? Not into her at all. And it's crazy, like, Jake is not cute. That's the thing. That's why Lucinda and Millie did not go for him, because he's not cute. Like, for someone who is not that cute, he's really just, like, picky, you know? He, like, I don't know. I'm just not into him. I'm not into them together. Liberty deserves way better, and I'm hoping the next guy that walks in, she can like him, because this is insane. Jake is he's not it. Meanwhile, Rachel is just a hot mess, just crying over Brad constantly, because Lucinda, she's into Brad. They like made out once, I guess. And so, yeah, of course, Rachel is just moping around in the background, looking like someone died. And she's just a hot mess, and it's quite embarrassing, to be honest with you. She really needs to get it together. Like, pull yourself together, girl. This is not it. You're not about to be crying over this white man. Like, don't do that to yourself. I don't know why she's doing that. And oh my gosh, the challenge when she like goes head first into the wall. I was weak. Oh my gosh, she needs help for real. But honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if she goes home like the next dumping. I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, let's rewind a little bit and talk about the last challenge when, I don't know, they were like answering questions about each other. And basically Hugo was like, I don't like fake women. And then Faye and Sharon, they felt a type of way about it, because what he meant, obviously, we all know what he meant. First of all, he was like, oh no, I meant fake in general, but we all know what he meant. He meant like plastic surgery all over your face. He likes natural women, which is fine. That's a fine preference to have, because like a botched woman versus a natural woman, like there's a difference, okay? And so yeah, Faye and Sharon felt a type of way, and they took that comment and wrote their name all over it. And it just showed how insecure they were about, like, it just shows how insecure they are. Because that comment could have been for anyone. And they were like, you know what, let me just make this about myself. It's like not our fault that y'all don't have the best plastic surgery. Like, how is that Hugo's fault? And so they basically start going in on him. And then Sharon had the nerve to be like, oh, it's like race, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like, she basically tried to compare having plastic surgery, like plastic surgery women, with like women who are Black. or women of color. Like, you cannot compare the two. That doesn't make any sense. They're not the same. They don't correlate. Y'all chose to get plastic surgery and it looks bad. I didn't choose to be black. I'm just black, period. Like, you cannot compare the two. Like, if someone didn't like me because I was black, yeah, that's an issue, you know? If someone didn't like me because I have botched lips, you cannot compare the two. So it didn't make any sense to me how they just went off on Hugo. I didn't understand that. And then it was funny because after they went off on Hugo for that really stupid reason, Aaron, he was like, oh, I don't like people who go through confrontation or do confrontation that way or blah, blah, blah. Aaron is just annoying. She didn't even scream like that though. She wasn't really saying, all she said was like, hey, this was bothering me. I mean, what she was saying was stupid, but like she didn't do the most like he was saying she was. And he just wants a quiet woman on his side to like be a housewife for him. I don't know what. All I have to say is this is why he doesn't date black women. Like, it's apparent why he doesn't date black women, because he doesn't want anyone to speak for themselves. He doesn't want anyone to speak up for themselves, clearly. And it shows. And it's just really funny because after that, he dumped Sharon for that. But then after Lucinda and Millie were clearly not into him, they're cuddling again in bed. Whatever, I'm over talking about Aaron. He gets me tight. Yeah, poor Hugo. I feel bad that no one likes him still. He is a very sweet guy. He's actually the best guy in the villa, if we're being honest. However, I don't want him to stay because I feel bad for him, you know? And I feel like all the next women who comes in, they're gonna feel bad for him and want to couple up with him. And it's just not gonna seem genuine. So therefore, I'm just kind of waiting for him to go home. I'm sorry, Hugo, you're great, but like, it's just not working out. But yeah, last thing I want to talk about was the fact that Brad is just a hot mess. Like, a hot mess. All he talks about is himself. And it's crazy that every woman who tries to talk to him ends up seeing like the type of person that he is. And everyone has the ick after getting to know him. It's actually quite hilarious in what he gets, because he constantly changes his mind about what he's looking for in a woman just for him to stay in the house. It was funny because Lucinda was telling Faye, she was like, oh my gosh, this man literally talks about himself all day, every day. That's exactly what Faye said. That's exactly what Chloe said. Like, no one likes that. It's really sad because Brad is like really into Lucinda. He cut it off with Rachel just for Lucinda, and Lucinda don't even like him like that. That's what he gets. I don't care. But like, why is Rachel still like hung up on him? I don't understand. I don't understand why she's still hung up on him. They must have like had sex or something. Like, it doesn't make sense otherwise. But yeah, the episode, what was it? Episode 12, I think. Yeah, I think so. So yeah, episode 12 ends off with new guy, Teddy, walking in. He's a black guy. So yeah, hopefully he will be into Kaz or Liberty. I'm hoping he's into one of them because someone needs to save them, because I'm tired of these men. I hope Teddy is a good guy. If he is into blondes though, and blondes only, I think I will be done watching this season. If he's only into blondes, I really think I'll be done watching this season. That's all I have to say. But yeah, I'm over it. Let me know your thoughts on this week's episodes, whatever I just said, and let's just hope for another good week. Well, it wasn't even that good this week. Let's just hope that the episodes get better than this, because I'm really starting to lose interest, if I must say.